Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another weekly check in. This week, I am looking at expenses from last Sunday, April 2nd, to yesterday, April 8th. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome back. Every week on Friday, I upload a weekly check in video that looks at the previous week. In these weekly check in videos, what I'm doing is pretty much analyzing all of my expenses. Using Mint.com, I make sure that every expense is properly cataloged into its right category. And if anything is wrong, I clean it up. And then I'm still trying to figure out the systems that works best for me, as this is only my fourth month of consistent budgeting. In the past, I used my Mint tracker just to see how much I was spending every now and then. Now I've become more consistent with these weekly check-ins, and the goal here is at the end of the year, when I'm ready to do my taxes, all of my expenses are categorized. But furthermore, I also have a monthly budget that I do at the beginning of every month. And with this weekly check in, I am making sure that I'm on track with my budget, but that I'm also not spending frivolously. So let's go ahead and get started with this week's expenses. It looks like my total expenses for this week were $3,622.30, with, of course, my biggest expense being my bills, primarily because the first week of the month is always rent week for me at this time. I'm hoping to lower this in a few months when my lease ends. So Disney, $10, my rent, 25 or 2. That is outrageous. I recognize it. And I am about to make changes to that very soon. So that category is pretty accurate. We are going to move on to auto and transportation. Let's see what this is about. Okay. This is reimbursable for work. So I'm going to tag this Uber as work related and reimbursable. More Uber technology, 25. I'm going to have to look up what this $25 is. I wonder if this is a late transaction that's just now showing up. What is National Express? I don't know what this is. Hmm. I am going to have to dig deeper into this transaction. I don't know what that is. My auto payment, yes. Okay. This makes no sense. Okay, let me. Something is going on here. I have several Uber purchases that I just don't recognize. So let me. Well, first of all, let me lock my card just in case. That's the first thing I do. When I see something that's funky, better be safe and lock that card. I don't like that when I want to lock my. Um, okay, so I figured out what these expenses are. This is my Uber to the Dublin airport. I don't, you just have to double check. This is the tip for the Uber to the Dublin airport. Okay. And this is my Uber back from Inca's trip. All right, so we are good to go. I feel better. I still don't know what this National Express expenses, but you can check that. Okay, okay, yes, yes. This was the bus ride in Dublin. I will be uploading these videos very soon, but I did have a work trip in Europe that I turned into a Europe excursion of 5 cities in 9 days because I'm crazy. And as you can tell by my voice, I got back a week ago and I'm slowly still recovering. Ended up getting COVID and I'm just now recovering from all of that craziness. Okay, so all of the expenses in this category are reconciled. Let's go back. Food and dining 198.39. This is really great. I mean, I can't be happier that this is all I spent. So, what does it look like? Groceries, right? Food court, and this is reimbursable. Let's make sure we flag get grab limited. This is also no, not tax related, reimbursable and work related. So those have been flagged. This category is good to go as well. Fees and finance. We'll come back to fees and finance last because I'm going to have to log that information into another spreadsheet. Um, Business services. Yeah, I think I know what this is. Okay. All right. This category is also good to go. Travel 101. What is this? Okay. Yeah. This is Reimbursable work. Home $69. Okay. This is technically a bill. Hmm. I'll leave that where it is. Shopping 52. Where did I do damage? Oh, yes. I am actually going to flag this as business services. $44. What did I spend $44 on? On Amazon. What did I spend $44 on? Let's look that up. So this is a business expense. Books ads on KDP. Amazon big box. My sister uses. So this is more entertainment. Save it under that. And we'll move on. Almost there. Gifts and donation $45. Did I gift and donated something? Yeah. These are souvenirs. Souvenirs from my. No, I don't want to. I'm going to categorize this under travel just because that's a better way for me to keep track of all of the expenses during that trip. Um, so with these fees, I will go ahead and copy this $94. That's for card, this Capital One card, and log that onto here. Of course, that did not register 94.20, I believe it is. 22, close. 22. And I already added the expense for the American Blue Cash card. Um, so every month I track not just how much I'm reducing the balance, but what the interest rate was for that week, right? I'm really keeping my eyes out on that interest. And it has been, for me, a big motivator in paying down my cards. When you're just assuming how much you're paying in credit card when you're not really seeing that number in front of you, you can lose a little bit of motivation. But for me, I made it a point to be very cognizant of what I'm spending on these credit cards every month. Part of me is starting to feel a little bit better, right? Because when I think about $500 a month is a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, based on what I use the money for, I don't feel as bad about the interest rate on these credit cards. Because before I started tracking my numbers down, I thought I was paying over $1,000 in credit cards interest per month, but I'm not. $500 is better relative to what I thought even though it's still not good. I hope that makes sense. So now, the final step of my new tracking system, you all have seen, right? I'm trying to figure out what works best for me. I've tried paper tracking, I've tried a more elaborate spreadsheet before. So here I am going to delete this. I'm going to copy paste this spreadsheet. Entertainment, fees, food, and dining all go together. Home, travel, and dining. So, yeah, I did a good job managing food and dining this week. I also did a good job managing shopping this week, thank God. Um, so I like seeing that, especially considering the fact that 2 weeks ago I went crazy. um, so my expenses this week at 3,000, considering the fact that 2,500 of that was rent. I've done pretty good this week. So overall, here is how I'm stacking up. Auto and transport went up a little bit, but a lot of that is reimbursable through work. Of course, bills, my biggest week, as always. Um, business services. Why did I spend so much last week? Okay, yes, I think I may know why I spent so much last week. Huh, interesting. I'm wondering, why did I spend so much on business services last week? Uh, Fees, yes. The first few weeks, these are my busiest weeks in terms of fees. Yeah, so as you can see here, the first 2 weeks is usually when most of my credit cards fees hit my bank account. And food and dining, I didn't do so bad this week. So it looks like everywhere else I did good. That's a wrap for this week, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me for another weekly check in. If you're new to my channel, please go ahead and click that subscriber button. Give me a like. Um, if you've been with me for a while, how are you guys doing with those weekly expenses? Are you guys saving more, spending more? Are these videos helping motivate and inspire you? Please leave me a comment down below. Until then, I will see you on the next weekly check in.